Hi everybody, today we're making a glorified hamburger with Salisbury steak. It's delicious. We have one slice of bread here. What we're going to do is we're going to put just a little bit of milk in. I would say maybe a little bit less than a half a cup. We're going to drench this together. It forms like a stuffing. You may leave the crust on, but later, as we move along, when I put the Salisbury steak over the bread, we're going to cut the crust away. It's going to look really good. So, I have some chop meat here. Cold. So very had rain today. Would you believe this, folks? You never know with the weather what's going to happen. But today we had rain. Now our water faucet is just dripping, dripping, dripping. All right. Now the next thing is I want to wash my hands before I touch anything. I don't want to touch anything. A Salisbury steak is great some mashed potatoes and corn. Delicious. I'm going to put the bread in here. It sort of adds like a little stuff. If you can add Worcestershire sauce if you choose to. A little bit of salt. A little bit of garlic powder. Now what we're going to do, folks, is I'm going to turn this into a glorified hamburger as I mix this together. Now if you have Worcestershire sauce, you could add it, and we went to the cabinet today and said, you know, this looks a little too old for my comfort zone. I know they say you can have Worcestershire sauce for many years, but something about it I did not trust, and I didn't want to take a chance. All right, now we're going to roll this up. I call these glorified hamburgers. It's a great dinner to make. But if you see something that looks old, don't take a chance. It's just better to throw it out. Don't take a chance. We're going to go shopping next week. I'm going to buy a new one. Well, these are like very fancy hamburgers. That's all I can describe. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to put a little bit of Thai breadcrumbs on top of it right before I pull it out of the oven. It's going to be really delicious. Okay. Okay, almost done, folks. A hamburger patty, you make like this, obviously. This is made a little bit differently. It's amazing, folks, what you can do with chopped meat. It's like chicken. You can make tons and tons of dishes with chopped meat. Did you know that? Tons of dishes. You can make hamburgers with it. You can make spaghetti and meatballs with it. Tons of stuff you can make with it. All right. What we're going to do is now we're going to pop this in the oven and bake this until it's completely brown. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put breadcrumbs on top. It's going to be delicious and over that gravy. What we're going to do, folks, is we're going to put just a little drizzle of breadcrumbs on the top. We want it to be like glorified hamburgers. We don't want it to be too plain. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this back into the oven. And meanwhile, what I want to do is I'm going to cut the crust off the bread, and you're going to see how delicate this is really going to look. Instead of having crust, I want it to be really pretty. So pop this in the oven. I'm going to grab my knife, dry it. It'll be ready in about a minute or so. Alright, now, I'm going to cut the crust off. It's going to be very pretty once it's done, because you don't want crust on. When you make certain things, you really want the bread to look very delicate, you know. There we go. Look how pretty that's coming along. Okay. Yeah, folks, it went up to 50 degrees today. It was a beautiful, beautiful day today. Okay. Move this thing. This glove is wonderful, folks. It really is. It's wonderful. I never gloved myself with it. It's wonderful. Get this off. Now, the next thing I'm going to grab is, let me throw this out. I'm going to get my meat out, drain the corn, and we're going to have a delicious supper tonight. Always make sure you drain your liquid. You don't want it all over your plate. Alright, now the next thing I want to grab is going to be the meat. Yeah, it's nice and crispy. Perfect. Perfect. Now, what I want to do now is I'm going to grab my fork. Make sure this is clean before you use it on anything. Alright. Sorry, calculator, a little slow today. Alright, I'm going to grab the meat. Ouch, it's hot. Put it on top of the meat. It goes great with corn. And great with mashed potatoes. Beautiful, beautiful. Now the gravy. Oh gosh, look how beautiful that looks, folks. And you can put even a little bit of gravy on your mashed potatoes like they do in the restaurants. And here we have a delicious, wonderful meal tonight. Salisbury steak on top of white bread, corn, and mashed potatoes from Deborah's Home Country Kitchen. Have a great day and please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.